It's not just a protein shake or just a multivitamin or just a probiotic. It's not just a drink, and why am I saying that? Well, I'll tell you all about it in this video. If you're new to this channel, thank you for coming. I'm Travis, and I test health and wellness products in order to provide you an honest breakdown for you to make the best decision for you. So, health code. Who is this for, and why might you want to get this? Well, maybe you've struggled with overall energy levels and just not feeling like you are where you need to be. Maybe you're always tired. You don't know why. Maybe you know your wellness is not where it should be, and you know you need to take care of yourself better, but you're just not really sure how to go about that or how to fix your diet in a way that you can manage. Or maybe you have concerns with insulin resistance, pre-diabetes, or just knowing your blood glucose is not where it should be, or just overall health concerns somewhere else that you just know you could be better. Well, this can help. So I'm gonna break down how this helps with those, but first I wanna tell you a little bit about my personal experience. A few months ago, I made the switch from what I was drinking to health code, and I have seen a lot of positive improvements. Something I always struggled with was sugar craving, and since I have made this part of my diet, that has helped tremendously. I feel my energy levels are much more sustained throughout the day. I am not just falling asleep at 2 o'clock or really struggling to stay awake throughout the day. I've noticed a loss of weight of 15 pounds. So the weight loss has been very positive as a side effect of what I've done. Now, I don't want to tell you this is the only change I've made. I've focused on my sleep, I focus on my hydration, I am getting better exercise, and I'm making other changes to hopefully overall help my well-being. And something else that I've noticed is I've very much struggled with insulin resistance, and I monitor myself with levels. So I always know where my blood glucose is at. And this does not impact my blood glucose at all. It stays nice and steady after I have a shake, telling me that it does not have a high sugar impact, to keep it real simple. And it helps my body calibrate over time so that insulin resistance can switch to insulin sensitivity. I'm gonna break down what it's all about and why it's great and why I think it's so beneficial. But just being straight up honest, it's been a very, very good product, and I have no plans to stop drinking it. By the way, I'm reviewing the vegan version. They do have a dairy version as well. But if you're thinking about it or going back and forth, I'd recommend the vegan version because I personally believe more people have sensitivities to dairy than they realize, and it might just give you a little bit of a leg up, but that's what I'm reviewing, just so you know. Okay, great, you think it works, but how? I think the biggest reason this is such a positive product is because it doesn't just do one thing. It's not just a protein shake or just a multivitamin or just a probiotic. It does a lot of different things, packs a lot of different things you could go individually purchase, but packs them into one shake that's very easy to consume, so you can make it part of your daily diet very easily, but get the benefits of a lot of different categories. So let me break those down. So maybe you have blood sugar, insulin resistance, or even weight loss concerns. How can this help? Well, let's talk about the macro balance. And what I mean by that is the fat, the carbs, and the protein. And they are not all created equal. This has high quality versions. There are high quality and there are low quality versions that your body appreciates and uses, and versions that are bad for your body and very unhealthy. And this is gonna give you high quality versions that your body craves. Different blends of fats and highly digestible proteins. On top of that, the carb hit is very low. At a large serving, only 4 net carbs. And this is a personal opinion of mine, but the reason I like that is most people probably get way too many carbs on a given day, even when they're eating on the healthier side. So if you're gonna replace meals with this, I love that it's very, very low carb, because chances are you're still gonna get plenty throughout the day. So this can help lower that so you're not nearly as bad in that category, and help your body start correcting things like insulin resistance and your blood glucose, blood sugar maintenance. So that becomes healthier, because once that becomes more balanced, a lot of other things fall in line for you from a health perspective. So I love the macro balance, but also the macro quality. Another problem, maybe you drag throughout the day. Your energy is just in the toilet. You just feel off. Well, you've probably heard about how a lot of things start in the gut. And this has 17 grams of fiber per large serving. And what that means is your body can start to get toxins out of your body and heal over time. So that way your body doesn't have that burden. But on top of that, that fiber is gonna feed good probiotic, so that can build up over time and you just have a more positive gut flora. But outside of specific problems, maybe you just wanna take care of yourself. You wanna know you're making the right decisions for your body long-term and your overall wellness. Well, this has all sorts of things in it that your body craves and needs. vitamins and minerals, apple cider vinegar, enzyme blend, healthy oil blend, and so much more. So you're giving your body all those different things it needs and craves. And while that's all great, none of that really matters if you cannot enjoy drinking this. And I have had a lot of different shakes, a lot that have never made it to my channel, but I've tried them to see if they're great. And I can tell you that this is now my new favorite. First, it shakes up extremely well. Blender cup, water, and ice after you mix it up. It mixes perfectly every time, but it's very creamy. And I think that is the best texture, at least in my opinion. Just the drinkability is thick enough that it's like enjoyable, but it's not like you're drinking a water, because a lot of them do mix up like a water, and then it's just like a chocolate water. And I just don't really enjoy that. So the texture is perfect, but some drinks, they just taste artificial or synthetic, or the chocolate just doesn't taste like chocolate. This to me has that perfect natural sweetness, very enjoyable drink. So if you're on the fence thinking, oh, that sounds great, but I'm probably gonna hate it, I have loved it. The colder, the better though. Almost done, but a couple points to wrap this up that I think will really help you. But first, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. It helps so much and I really appreciate it. Also, comment below, let me know what you think about this, what else you want reviewed, anything else. I will try to reply to every comment I can. But the final point, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. This is a little bit more expensive. If you drink a fair amount, when you see that monthly bill, you're gonna be like, oh, that's tough to swallow. But in my personal case, I bought 2 bags for a YouTube review thinking I'll test it out, I'll make an honest review of it, and then I'll move on to the next thing. And I've already set it up to where I've had multiple resubscriptions or auto ships come to my house because this has become permanent for me. I've enjoyed the impact of it, but how much of a treat it is to drink. So from a personal perspective, it was that powerful, it was worth the cost. But second point I wanna make when it comes to that, I replaced personally breakfast and lunch with this. Now you might just do one of those, but what you can do is you can factor in how much you would have spent for breakfast, how much you would have spent for lunch, and I also don't need snacks. It makes me feel full long enough, helps me keep my sugar stable so I don't feel that need for snacks anymore, so I've eliminated snacks as well. And there is a lot of cost saving from not needing 2 meals and snacks throughout the day. The only actual meal, the actual food I eat throughout the day is dinner. So I only have to worry about 1 meal. So from a cost perspective, I actually think I save money, even though there is that one purchase every month where you see that number and you kind of have that moment. On top of that, you can't ignore the convenience. We talk about how easy this is to drink and all the benefits of it, but all you have to do is grab a shaker cup, some water, put 2 scoops in, mix it up, and you are taking care of your body. Normally when you're gonna make a meal at home, if you're on a rush or you have different situations, every day, day in, day out, you're probably not gonna be eating that healthy if you have to figure things out on your own. And this is just a bag that sits in the cupboard or goes with your work, and you're gonna be able to take care of yourself and fully nourish your body. So the convenience, but also the cost over time is something to consider. But I personally think it's been a great move for me, and I just wanted to relay that because I thought that might be more of a real life example that helps you out if it's worth the cost or not. So in short, personally, I recommend it. I love it. I think it'd be a great option if it sounds good to you. And this is coming from the guy that's had over 100 bags of Chava. Please like and subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. Link on the screen and in the description if you do want to check it out. But until next time, I hope you have a great one.